Colleen, traumatized.
Hi, okay, my name is Becky. I'm the girl in this video, and this video has over 1 million views, and that is a lot of people to be seeing this story without hearing it from me, so I want to explain this. So I was a fan of Colleen and all the Ballinger family for a very, very long time, and I think in this video I was about 16. If you've never been to a Miranda show, Colleen frequently has segments where she calls people up on stage. One of those segments was the porn bit, which I'm not really going to be explaining in this video, but that's why I was kind of trying to dress skimpy so that I would be called up on stage and basically get degraded by Miranda. But I did not get called up for that. I got called up for the yoga challenge. Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation. So we get to the point in the yoga challenge where I am laying down and Colleen is spreading my legs basically as far as she can. She spreads them so far that you can see the spandex I was wearing under my romper, which thank God I was wearing. Now, the original video posted by Xandar, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, is only a screenshot, but there is a whole video of this. But that screenshot is the most important because that is the moment I will never forget, where I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly sexually violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatory way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage. So I literally did not feel safe leaving the venue. And I'm not saying this was sexual assault, although people are debating that in that comment section, but as someone who has been sexually assaulted, this situation gave me that same feeling where it feels like you need to purge and like clean out your insides, you know, just that nasty, gross feeling. There's a couple comments on Xandar's video being like, oh, she signed up for that, why is this such a big deal, blah blah blah. Colleen exploited my minor body for entertainment and money and did not protect my safety at this show. As an outsider looking into this situation, it may seem like this wasn't a big deal, but this was really pretty scary for my teenage self, and especially as someone who loved and looked up to Colleen. And I could never say anything because everybody loved her. But this is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain. I was a minor, and again, she did not protect me. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about taking your kids to a Miranda show, I would advise you to think twice because you may come back with years of trauma, and I don't wish that on anyone.
Okay, I want to address some of these comments because a lot of them are pointing out what I was wearing. And first of all, I just wanted to share what I was wearing. This is a romper that I probably bought from like American Eagle or something, and everybody is acting like I was dressed like I was going to a Coachella rave. Like, it was really not that inappropriate. The inappropriate part was Colleen manipulating my body. So yes, I said I dressed skimpy, but really this is not that bad of an outfit. And yes, I wanted to get picked for the porn part of the show, which is basically where Colleen picks one fan who's wearing something like this, or even just like shorts and a tank top really, and one fan who's dressed as Miranda, and the Miranda fan is deemed as dressed appropriately, and the person who was wearing the quote-unquote inappropriate outfit is like shamed and laughed at, but as a joke or whatever. Now, when she asked for volunteers, mind you, I don't even think that she said it was going to be the yoga challenge when she asked for volunteers, because there was also a segment before that where it was a try not to laugh challenge where she spit in my face. So I honestly can't remember if I knew that there was going to be the yoga part, but if I did, I had completely forgotten because I was so excited that she had called me up on stage. All of the comments blaming me for what I was wearing and blaming me for, you know, wanting to be on stage are really weird and just victim blaming and not coming across the way that you should want to be coming across. Yes, I was 16, but I was still a minor, and Colleen was in her 30s, and all of the people that were working on her show were also fully grown adults who knew that me wearing this outfit and her doing that bit would be wrong. I just think people blaming me instead of Colleen is crazy because I know I personally would never do what she did to a child, but I don't know, maybe you're all also secretly creepy predators. But yeah, I just want to clear that up a bit and say that if the victim blaming keeps continuing in my comments, I will turn the comment section off, which is not something that I want to do because there's also a lot of support there, and I greatly, oh my goodness, it is way too late, greatly appreciate everybody who's sending me support and love. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it.
Okay, hi, I'm back, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping to just share that story about Colleen and then log off this account and basically never come back here. But I've been seeing a lot of comments blaming me for what happened, and I just want to address victim blaming comments in general. In my situation, a lot of people are talking about my age. I was 16 at this time, which is still a minor. Your brain isn't even fully developed until 24. But a lot of people are like, well, I mean, you weren't 5. Like, you knew what you signed up for. Or people being like, you wore that outfit on purpose. You wanted to be called on stage. Like, this is your fault type thing. I tried to address that in my last video about like Miranda shows and how clothes play a role and how you get called up on stage and stuff. So I don't want to go over that again. I just want to talk about how horrible these comments are in general and how hurtful they are. A lot of people don't realize the power dynamics that were at play in this situation. But regardless, a lot of the negative comments that I've received are why victims of any traumatic situation don't come forward a lot of times. Especially the ones about clothing are really pissing me off. Like, saying that a woman deserves something that happened to her because of what she was wearing is such an archaic and gross way of thinking, and I can't believe people in 2023 are commenting that on the internet. I just can't help but think about how the reactions in my comment section would be different if she was a man and had done what she had done, because what she did was wrong. I'm sorry. I just had an interview with a pretty big news platform, and I actually wasn't going to be doing any interviews. I told myself that I would post that video and then never speak about it again, but because of the amount of people blaming me for it, I felt like I needed to come out and talk more about it. But I do feel like if this magazine reached out to me in the first place, then yes, what happened is wrong. But again, I don't necessarily want to keep making this all about me. I just want to say, even if you think that this wasn't necessarily a bad situation, you're entitled to your own thoughts, but you are not entitled to telling people what they experienced was a traumatic experience or not. Like, people are allowed to express their trauma. You should never attack people for coming forward with their stories in any situation, and these comments are just so disheartening because I know a lot of these people are applying that way of thinking to maybe situations in their real lives and probably hurting people in the process. So I just want to say, if you are someone who is reading the comments and maybe also is starting to feel a little bad about yourself and your experience, just know that these people are spewing absolute nonsense. Like, if you've experienced a traumatic situation, just know that this is not a normal reaction. Yeah, so basically, let's just all try to be a little kinder to each other and treat each other with more respect, because it goes a long way.
Okay, hi everybody. I know I keep saying that I won't be coming back, but I am back right now because there's kind of like some new context, I guess, that came out that I want to share because I think it would help explain my original video and also help to maybe stop some of the people blaming me for what happened by describing more of the situation. I think a big part of the reason that I'm receiving such hateful comments is because people don't understand Miranda and Colleen and the live shows that she performs, so they are just like filling in the blanks of things that they don't necessarily understand and then are attacking me for that. But let's not do that, and maybe this will help. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read some of the tweets that Johnny has posted this morning. And if you don't know Johnny, he's somebody that used to work for Colleen on her tour, God. And he's been posting a lot about his experiences with the tour and how hard it was for him and everything. And I highly recommend going over to like his social medias and giving him support. He is a wonderful person that has been kind to me for a number of years now. And yeah, we're gonna be now reading some of the things that he said about my situation that basically support things that I've been saying. Okay, so again, Johnny is someone that has known the Ballingers for a very, very long time and is now coming forward with his bad experiences. And today, whoa, goodness, I don't know how to use my iPad. Today he was tweeting about what I was going through. So the first tweet that I want to read says, context regarding at NoItsBecks.
That's my story.